Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the very famous detective Sherlock Holmes. Okay, I'm sure you know him, but I've got a question for you. Do you know who invented the character of Sherlock Holmes? Have you got an idea? Yes, you're right. It's Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle was both a British writer and a medical doctor. Okay, he was born in 1859. Okay, 1859 in Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, and he died in 1930 in Crowborough, in England. Okay, he was a very prolific writer. It means that he wrote a lot of books. He wrote plays, he wrote poetry, he wrote romances and even historical novels. Okay, and his first work featuring Holmes and Dr. Watson was called A Study in Scarlet. And this book was written in 3 weeks. Can you imagine 3 weeks to write this book? It's incredible, okay? And as you know, Sherlock Holmes solves crimes with the help of his dear friend, Dr. Watson. And Sherlock Holmes can be recognized thanks to his pipe, as you can see on the book, his hat. It is called a deer stalker hat. Okay, a magnifying glass. You can see the magnifying glass here, and of course a revolver, and his famous violin. Okay. His violin was called the Strad. Okay, so it was his beloved violin. You know that Arthur Conan Doyle wrote 25 Sherlock Holmes stories between 1885 and 1895, but at this time he didn't want to write anymore. He was fed up with the character of Sherlock Holmes. So in the story The Final Problem, Holmes and Watson travel to Switzerland, and here Holmes meets his famous enemy, Professor Moriarty, and they fight, and they die at, as you can see, the Reichenbach, this is the German pronunciation, waterfalls, okay, as you can see on the picture, okay. But his fans were furious against Arthur Conan Doyle. They didn't want Sherlock Holmes to die, okay. So they wrote many letters to the writer, to the British writer, and Arthur Conan Doyle had to change his mind. He had no choice, okay? So he continued writing Sherlock Holmes stories until 1920. Many people around the world still love the character of Sherlock Holmes, okay? And in the stories, Sherlock Holmes lives at 221B Baker Street in London. Look at my paper, okay? So this is his famous address. And today the house of this address is a museum, okay? A museum that you can visit, of course. And it's a very interesting museum with a lot of beautiful rooms inside it, okay? So you should go there and visit it. Many films were made about Sherlock Holmes. Of course, these famous films with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Okay, I'm sure you see them, okay? The memory of Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes lives on, okay? And I wrote a list of books, okay, written by Conan Doyle. A Study in Scarlet, The Final Problem, The Sign of Four, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Hunt of the Baskervilles, and the last one is my favorite book, okay? I love it, okay? It's a very famous book. So that's it for today. So I hope to see you soon. Take care and goodbye. Have a nice day.